The trial in the murder of the former Bafana and Orlando Pirates captain is expected to get underway in the High Court in Pretoria tomorrow. The 5 accused in the case face charges of murder, attempted murder, armed robbery, possession of firearms without a license, and possession of ammunition. It has been almost 8 years since Meyiwa's murder. Nel is adamant that the mastermind in the case is still on the loose.
These unfulfilled promises by senior policemen and politicians over the years created fertile ground for conspiracies to grow, to start. This unfortunately led to a split in the family. They don't all agree about what's happened, and so there's a split in the family. But as far as I know, when I last saw the family, I could sense a clear sense of relief that they are a step closer to closure, and we just wait in anticipation for tomorrow for the trial to start. We all know what happens in these kind of big matters. There's a trial date, the date is tomorrow, but inevitably there'll be some kind of argument, some kind of applications. But we do think that it's now time to allow the state to prove their case and for the defense to challenge the case of the state so that we understand what happened of the unfortunate day.
Gerrie, you've always maintained that this was a contract killing. Is an arrest of that person now imminent?
Well, no. As far as I know, Iman, we've got 5 accused before court. We criticise the fact that the mastermind's not before court, that there's not been more arrests. There's 5 people before court, there's an indictment, and we believe that the state will use this opportunity to lead to evidence, to prove the case against the 5 people, and then we'll see what will come out in the trial. Iman, we know, and the accused indicated that they'll plead not guilty. So we cannot expect the accused then to make any reference to a contractual killing and or a hit or a contractual killing. So we have to wait and see what happens. It would have been, as far as we're concerned, it would have been better for the mastermind to be before court. Iman, we've been briefed by police management and by the investigating team. Based on the briefing and based on the statements that I've seen, I'm fairly convinced that we have 5 people before court and that the state has got a strong case against these 5 people, and we'll just have to see what happens later.
The concern is the passage of time, Gerrie, and I heard you in interviews over the last probably 8 months or more, talking about the existence of a mastermind. We again months ago hearing you say that you really have faith in this investigative team. They were replaced at the beginning, moved from from Johannesburg to Pretoria, and they have been looking for the person who you describe as the mastermind. These delays, does that not limit then the possibility of actually making an arrest?
It did. So it would have been so much better, Iman, if the police acted and if they arrested the mastermind. I think they've got a very good idea who the mastermind is. I know that there's been lots and lots of discussions between the police and the prosecution team. So they've decided on a specific strategy. The specific strategy is to prosecute the people that they have. It is a strategy. Having seen some of the statements, Iman, understand why they decided to do this. I might have not prosecuted these people, but added the mastermind. But I do understand why they decided not to do that now. And I do hope that it will come clear as soon as we start with this trial that it was definitely not a robbery that went wrong.
Gerrie, what I'm hearing you express now are doubts about, the people that are in custody, and the strength of the case against them. I'm wondering as well, there's been a lot of course, the conversation's been set on fire with the documentary, the Netflix docuseries that is out about whether these 5 suspects in custody are indeed the right people. Are you concerned that perhaps they might not be, and that in fact more people should be arrested, including the mastermind, as you describe him or her?
Iman, let me just make it clear. I'm not concerned about the 5 people before court. I do believe that there's a strong case against the 5 people before court. My criticism is that there should be more arrest, and the more arrest only relates to the mastermind. Although Sarah Blecher did brilliantly in the documentary, we have to remind ourselves that this is a documentary. The state will now have to present their case. The witnesses will be cross-examined. There will be circumstantial evidence. And at the end, the court will have to make a finding based on all the evidence. So this is a documentary, but it will have no impact on the